Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm a librarian here at San Diego State.
My name's Ryan. I am a student assistant and student at the SDSU library.
Today we're going to do a brief tour of the library website. Ryan, you work with the library website.
I do, yes. Okay. I am working at the research station, so we get a lot of questions about helping to find books and other resources. And we're happy to help you, obviously, but we also want to make sure that you're able to help yourself if we're not there to help you.
So what is one of the top questions students have when they're navigating the library website?
Right. Well, the big one, especially at the beginning of the year, is students are trying to see if their required texts are available in the library. I mean, totally understand. I'm a student. I want to save money too.
Yeah.
So the best tool for that, I'd say, is OneSearch. So right when you get to the library website, there's this big red rectangle. It should say Explore the Library, and then there's a little search bar right underneath it. You just plug in whatever you need for that. You can search by title.
Title of the book or by the class?
You can search by the title. I do not believe you can search by the class. There's another section for that.
Oh, yeah, that's under course reserves, right?
Yes.
Which is just under the box. You'll see it right here.
Yes.
But let's try searching by title of the book.
Well, in addition to course materials, we've also got like novels. So we could look for Catcher in the Rye, maybe. Good old classic.
Could you explain to me what this box does?
So this is going to pull from basically all of the shelves that we have in the library. It's all entered into a database for students' convenience, of course. You can also search by the Imperial Valley campus.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, if you're taking classes there or you need to get books from there.
You'll see this one specifically says that this is available at the Imperial Valley campus.
Yeah,
and you'll see that this one is available at the fourth floor, books.
Exactly.
And what I really like about this is if I kind of click on this, a map will come up if you go to Locate right over here, and it will show you where it is on the fourth floor in the Love Library.
It's very helpful, yes.
The other thing I want to point out is you'll see right here.
That's online access.
That's right. So it not just searches for like the books, but also the ebooks, and it can search across multiple databases at the same time. So it can search across ProQuest and like JSTOR and Project Muse. But the only thing is, it doesn't search across all of them.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, it searches across most, but not all the library databases. So that's kind of important to remember. Some things are not that searchable through here, like data sets and things like that. But this can search across like most library databases at a time. Most of the time, though, you'd want to go to like a database that's specific to your
need or your class. Yeah.
Hey, if you weren't sure what resource to use for like your subject area, where would you go?
You would go to the subject guides.
The subject guides. All right.
Yeah.
What's a subject guide?
Well, a subject guide is going to help you basically get in touch with a librarian who's an expert on the subject that you're looking for, but also for yourself. It's going to show you various databases and also give you some information on how you can search for what you need. So, for example, if you're writing a big paper and you need to pull certain sources, if you search by your subject's database, your subject's guide, that would be a really helpful tool for you to get started looking for things.
Yeah, it can be really useful. So like if you're looking for business resources, you'll see it's very different. Like they're going to look for, company information, customer information versus like a biology one, which is going to have a different set of resources. And it really highlights some of the best places to search for that particular area of research. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to point that out because I thought it was really useful.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's one of the things that students ask for but don't even know exists.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's hard to know what's on the library website. That's why we, of course, recommend checking it out whenever you get the chance because it is big and we know that too. It's fine. It just takes time.
And you mentioned something about searching for books and we mentioned course reserves.
Yes.
So let's open this up.
Absolutely. So certain professors may put certain materials aside. It could be movies. It could be books for your class in particular. Okay. So if you're taking that class, we can actually check out certain things that your teacher has put aside for you. And that is right underneath the OneSearch search bar. It says course reserves. And then you can browse right there. You can search by your class, and if there is one class with multiple instructors, you can also search by your instructor as well. Right.
So, like, we'll see this one for Chicano Studies 100. You can see all the books that and resources they've put on course reserves. And you can see how long you can check it out. That's the thing with course reserves, because we want to make sure everybody has access to it. They have a little bit more limited time frame for checking out than you would have at like a
That's
regular
correct.
book. So.
That is correct. However, there is a way to make sure you get the most out of the time you have the book. We have scanners on the first floor of the library edition. So if you just want to make sure you have this book later, you don't want to try and get it later, you could always scan it and have an electronic version of the book sent to you so you can pull it up again anytime.
Perfect. Now, you can't scan the whole thing.
Can't scan the whole thing.
That would violate copyright. But generally, yeah, I mean, you can definitely scan a chapter that you need, for
Absolutely.
sure. What else do we think would be useful for students to know?
I would say lots of students ask if there are rooms they can use where like they can join Zoom meetings, or maybe they just want to study by themselves and just want some quiet.
Where would students go to find that information out?
So that is also on the front page. If you may have to scroll down a tiny bit, but it's this little box that says spaces and it's got a little arrow. It should be the third one. And then if you can either choose group study rooms in the 24/7 area and also the computing hub. We can take a look at that real quick. Yeah, so
that's group study.
Yeah, it's got some little information you should read through before you reserve the room. And then when you're ready, you can choose where you want it. And then you can choose what time. The limit for reserving study rooms, I believe, is up to 2 hours.
Okay.
When you first select it, it defaults to 1 hour. But there is a little drop-down box, and you can extend that as long as you need, up to 2 hours.
And then there's the single-use study rooms, and those are ones that you can reserve, and that's just like for the Zoom calls and things like that. So it's a little more private.
Yeah, and you can make these in advance. You don't need to make these the day of, I believe. You could come by a little bit earlier and do it so that you just ensure that you're ready for that class, you know?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And the single-use ones are on the 4th floor of the Love Library.
Perfect. And there's even a little map that shows you exactly how to get to that. That's really convenient.
Yes, follow the footsteps.
Follow the footsteps. So what other resources do you think that students would need to know to how to locate on the library website?
Well,
I'm scrolling down just a little bit just to see some things that are kind of you may not see if you don't scroll.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you scroll, guys. I would say technology is also a good one because at the circulation and the research desk, we get lots of students asking, oh, do you have laptops right now to check out? And we do, but they get checked out very quickly. So sometimes you just don't want to make the trip to the library to check, and that's totally understandable. You could also call us. If you don't want to call us, you can click on that technology tab, click on Loanable Technology.
Perfect.
And then this is all the equipment that we have available to check out. You can click on any of these tabs and just make sure that we have what you want before you come ask us.
And you know what else they have listed here? The Digital Humanities Center.
Ooh.
And what I like about this is there are resources such as our podcasting studio, which is what we're recording the audio on right now.
We are in the library, guys.
Recording this on our podcasting studio. So we have a lot of technology and a lot of things that are available through the library that people don't even know about, like our Build It, which is a makerspace. We're more than just a bunch of books.
Absolutely.
One of the things I always like people to realize is this right here, this is the library too. It's not just the physical building, but we also, the resources that we have online are also part of the library. We have our archives. These are links to get to our databases and our journals. And we offer a lot of really important support.
Absolutely.
Like you were mentioning, you work at the research desk where people can come up and ask you questions. You can ask either in person or via chat. You can chat live with the librarian.
Chat live
and
with
student.
me or one of my friends,
And then you can get help with your research because no one expects you to do this on your own.
Yeah, it's complicated even for us who are trained to do it, you know?
So there is a lot of really great information here. I went to borrowing and lending. Oh, I love this. If you check out the tutorials page, there's some information about how to request materials from other places. If you are having trouble and you don't know what to do and you're really struggling with your research, how can you get some help?
The best way to get immediate help would be to click that little box that's kind of hovering by the picture that says Ask Us. This will connect you with someone at the research desk or a librarian sometimes. And you can just pop your question in. We ask for your email so that we can get back to you if something happens.
Is this only available when the library's open?
No, this is available 24/7. We can't necessarily promise that we'll get back to you right away if it's after closing hours. But for the most part, yeah, this is available anytime.
Yeah. There's a librarian there to help you. 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
Somebody's there to help you. The other thing you can do is the supports and services. And there is some things, say you don't want to necessarily talk to somebody. There are a variety of actual tutorials and how-to things that are available that you can go through and learn how to do some of these things on your own. You can go here and find out things like using OneSearch. So there's a lot of more information there as well. And then I also want to point out consultations. If you're really struggling and yours is more than a quick question, you can actually talk to a subject specialist, somebody who's an expert at whatever your field of studies research is.
Yes.
And they're great. So I wanted to point that out because I like them. What other spots of the library website do you think are important for people to know?
I suppose we could take a look at the FAQ section. Chances are, if you've got a question, it's not the first time we've heard it. It's okay. Everyone needs help. If you go to the library FAQ section, you can browse through some common questions we get asked. Or if you want to search something maybe a bit less common, you can just type it in that Ask Us search bar, and we can look older questions, and hopefully you can find the answer.
I'm trying to think of a question that people have relatively often. Oh, maybe we can ask about streaming media.
Yeah, streaming media. Some things actually are available to stream.
So there you go. And I'll tell you about how to watch a DVD.
Yeah, there you go.
This is great. And you can, I believe you can actually check out a DVD player as well.
Yes, you can. Yeah. You can also just double check that we have it in that Loanable Technology section.
Well, Ryan, I really appreciate you talking to me today.
No, not a problem. I'm happy to be here.
When you need help at the library, just come and ask us. We're happy to help out.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
Of course. Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.